Hi, I'm Pete Moore, editor of the Shooting Sports magazine. I'm quite old now, in fact I'm 62. I remember when self-loading rifles did this. Boom, 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 boom. Then sadly, they were banned in 1988. We made them with straight pull bolt action guns, which were great and fine. In the last few years, some rather clever people have been thinking about how to make a non-semi-automatic rifle, if that makes any sense. Think about it, it will do. This is the VZ58 M.A.R.S, M.A.R.S, which stands for Manually Activated Release System. The principle is stunningly clever. The law says a semi-automatic rifle or semi-automatic mechanism will fire, eject, reload and be ready to fire at the pull of the trigger. One pull. These, shall we say, crusading souls thought that if they could interrupt the cycle, then technically, by definition, it would no longer be a semi-automatic action. What they've done, they've built in an interrupter into the trigger mechanism here, that every time the gun fires, the bolt goes forward, you pull the trigger, and you can hear the hammer go down. There's a gas operation system, gas piston, that pushes the bolt back, which ejects the case and then locks to the rear, therefore interrupting the shooting cycle. The shooter then has to, in this case, pull the trigger again, and the bolt goes forward, snaps the next round off, and there you go. It's a clever idea. I think the government weren't too happy about it initially, but it's street legal, it is legal, because it's not a self-loading rifle. The VZ58 is the Czechoslovakian service rifle, soon to be replaced by a 223. Yes, it looks like an AK, but believe me boys, it is not an AK. It's a much better made rifle. The receiver is machined from the solid, barrels are better quality, it's got a slightly more sophisticated gas piston system in the gun. However, it is AK-like. Rear sight's a tangent. Front sight is a protected post in a high boss. It's got M16 type muzzle brake on it. This gun has got better furniture. It's aftermarket stuff made by Fab Defense in Israel. It also has an AR-15 magazine adapter, which is a great idea because most 223s these days run on our 223 magazines, AR-15 magazines such as this. The rifle is also available in the 7.62x39, which is the old AK round. Not a particularly accurate round, but it's probably one of the cheapest mass-produced military rounds around. So if you just want to put holes in targets and blat away, then 7.62 and 39 is a better bet than 223. For the purpose of the shooting, the gun is fitted with a Trigicon ACOG sight in the classic AK Kalashnikov side-mounted rail. Originally made for night vision mounts, it's been adapted to take optical mounts. The gun is quite basic. Cock and handle on the bolt carrier this side. Two-position safety. That's as clever as it gets, apart from the magwell conversion, which offers the push button of the AR-15. I've been shooting this gun and it's surprisingly accurate. It's got a 1 in 7 twist barrel, which is a bit tight in my opinion for the average weight of bullet, but it handles 70 grain plus really well and shoots well with 75s. The price is amazing. It's under 2K as you see it here. That is good money for what it is. And overall it's a good gun. However, it's got to go toe to toe with guns like the high quality straight pull AR-15s. Anyway, enough of my bloody waffle. Let's just see this thing shoot and prove the fact it is a semi-auto. Okay, I'll just talk you through it. First of all, cock the action and the carrying bolt stay to the rear. Magazine goes in and the first pull of the trigger, which is a bit creepy at first, because when you pull the trigger you think the gun's going to shoot and it doesn't. Drops the bolt and chambers. The next pull of the trigger fires the rifle and just watch what happens. too much of good things bad for you, but this is it. The VZ58 M.A.R.S from Caledonian Classic Arms. I reckon this is going to make a big impression on the practical rifle scene and the service rifle scene. Pete Moore from Shooting Sports, you've seen it first here.